Zhang is a highly elusive target, so we'll see if he's going to be able to find target.
Zhang's quite a bit smaller
Yeah.
than An. I mean, An is almost, you know, I wouldn't say a head taller, but he's a bigger kid.
Oh, significantly.
And sometimes that size can be an advantage. Sometimes it can affect your speed. You know, there's all kinds of theories about that.
Oh, this is very
Fencing.
interesting. In the previous match, Zhang did not attack hardly at all, and he's automatically coming out and doing the same thing that he's able to do.
It paid off.
Well, the thing that I like about what Daniel Zhang can do is he, wherever he is, he knows how to pick up the blade and make a parry. So that gives him a lot of confidence.
Yeah, he has a certain twitchy style, too, that can be very disconcerting if you're not used to fencing it.
Wow.
Nice.
And that is what An can do.
And you got to be careful about that one.
Well, Zhang is usually very good at making sure there's no target. An was able to find target around behind his back and hit Zhang on his back.
Right. And you know, what that tells him is you do not want to let An push you into the corner because he'll make good use of it. Right?
Well, I think from that could be true. But what I'm seeing now is that what you don't want to do with An is expect the fact that you can displace target and not get hit.
Right.
And that's what Zhang was able to do against Emmerich in his previous bout. Emmerich just could not find the target. While An seems to have a freaking laser on the target, heat-seeking missile. Another pair of repos. Plus, he's, I think, physically putting a lot of pressure on Zhang.
Right. Korean up 3-1 in the first period of the gold medal round of men's cadet foil.
And then Zhang is also giving up quite a bit of reach as well. So he's going to have to work his way in, just like he did.
Very fast attack.
Just worked his way in.
Arrives.
Yep.
2-3. ZHANG versus An.
And that's what he is.
Nice.
Now Zhang will eat you up with that pair of repos.
Yeah.
Not that An's a slouch, but that's Zhang's bread and butter. What I liked about what he just did then is he made a really good attack to keep An from thinking that he was only going to be defensive. Now, and that's what An can do. You see how he just went right over the back.
Right. And see, that was a little bit of height advantage.
Well, also, we've seen him do that in a bunch of, even with people taller. But for Zhang, that's usually not a target that someone's going to hit. Zhang just missed.
Yeah, he was very close on that.
Close enough to step on his foot.
Not intentionally.
No. Missed again. We didn't see that in the freeze. Zhang was almost perfect on picking the blade up and being able to put it on target.
Mr. ZHANG wanting to straighten his blade. A little kink in it.
He got in close. Caught him on the leg instead of the LeMay.
One minute left in the first round.
This is going to be an interesting. See who wins the defense.
Off target for the Korean. Really very clean match with two well balanced fencers here.
Zhang again able to get in close and put the target on. That time he was too close for An to be able to go over the back. So Zhang is going to work on coming in, closing the distance, and hitting just like that. Nicely done. Held his distance, which is we were talking about in previous matches. That's what An will just stay in there.
Yeah, and he'll then pull out a nice strong remise when you're not expecting it.
Hard, long attack. And that's usually a line that Zhang will pick up. Now he's going to try to keep Zhang from doing what he's been doing, getting in, closing distance quickly.
Coming up on the 1 minute break.
He missed. Able to close the distance, wasn't able to put the point on.
Nothing you can do in a second and a half. Well, maybe at the very end you can try, but
Nah, not worse.
it doesn't give you a lot of time to set anything up.
Wasting that kind of energy.
All right, here we are. What do you say to Mr. Zhang?
Well, you know what? Let me just say, I am very familiar with Daniel Zhang. I said that earlier. But Zhang was very, very young when he was making tableaus on the senior circuit. Kai is his coach, Chinese foil fencer, top rank. And, you know, this young man is pretty talented. So let me just say, I didn't realize who I was looking at.
And what do you think the Korean coach is saying to Mr. An?
I would say that keep doing what you're doing, manage your distance, make sure that you don't let him close that, get in close, keep him at bay, play your game, use your size. And Daniel Zhang's mission is to get in close and make sure that every time he does and he has opportunity to score, he hits with a point on target. Now we'll see which one is able to accomplish their mission.
Beginning of the second period here of 3. Score is 6-5 for the Korean in the gold medal match. And Daniel Zhang ties it up, 6-6.
Zhang able to move in and do exactly what, get in there close and drop the blade in. That was like the third remise that he hit with.
Oh. Nothing done on the attack. The action resumes at the same spot. Tied at 6-6 here, going on halfway through the bout.
Ooh.
Nice clean attack by Mr. An. 7-6 takes him into the lead.
And I'm surprised Zhang got hit with it. I mean, that's usually the line that he prefers somebody to attack in. I guess he didn't think that An would dare.
Well, you know.
Took the blade, but that's the thing. Zhang has got to make sure that when he gets those opportunities, he capitalizes on them. He's creating. Yep. He wants to say
Looking
he made
for a video review on that one.
Yeah, he wants to say he made the pair of repos. That he wasn't attacking. That An was doing the attacking.
I'll let you take a look at what the referee is seeing here in slow motion. He can control sort of the percentage of action. Looks like he's already made a decision.
Yeah. 2 blades. Yeah, they said that his repost wasn't strong enough.
So the Korean holds the lead at 8-6. Off target.
Daniel Zhang really wants and needs to score a touch right now. Just to break the Koreans' confidence. Right now he feels, you can feel the momentum. See, he hasn't been able to get the point on. He's making the action. The action's working. It's got to hit.
Single light, 7-8. It's a fight.
And that was the remise.
Very close here. Middle of the second period. Anybody's game tonight here for the final of men's cadet foil. Who is it going to be, USA or Korea?
Yep. Daniel Zhang able to make the pre. Now I don't think so. But you know, no. See, what's going to be determining in this one is, does he feel like he is able to? Is he making a pair of reposts or is he? Nah. Well, it might be a second. Might be a pair.
He's made a decision.
Yeah.
Let's see what it is.
The attack stands. Prise de fer.
All right, tied at 8-8. Going on a minute left in the second period with a final period coming up of 3 minutes, which we will probably go to. Called for the Korean. Another video request by Daniel Zhang. We're going to take a look at what the referee is seeing here to see which way it goes. Is it going to be 9-8 for the Korean, or will it turn out to be reversed?
So the convention is, if he calls it a pair of reposts, then it's ons. If he calls it a prise de fer, yep.
It's confirmed.
Yep.
9-8. Still very, very close.
Whoa, he's so quick inside.
Such a good.
He's so quick inside. He's able to hit and then make himself leave, nothing, vanish.
Yeah, I mean, to have that kind of accuracy when you're ducking like that is so hard. Very nice.
And that time he believed that he was going to go to that line.
Right, so, and it worked for him. He takes the lead. USA ahead of Korea, 10-9 for the gold medal. 5 more touches until 15. Zhang takes it to 11-9.
So I think he's figured out the distance and the timing. Yep. So the Korean is
beat attack.
The Korean's getting close enough that he can find the blade. He wants to press him.
When you figure it out, sometimes things happen fast.
Yep. That time he missed the first one. And the Korean, and this time On does what he does well. He found the target.
Right. Seconds left in the second period. Off target by the Korean, nothing done.
With these two, they are so, because this is so close, every opportunity that you get, you want to capitalize on it. I mean, sometimes, I mean, you always do, but then sometimes it's not nearly as critical because you get more of them. Neither one of these guys are giving up a lot of opportunities. Just like Zhang is upset because he's like, I knew he was coming to that line. I should have parried it and been able to make a repost. Zhang's going to go over. Yep.
One more point for the Korean, 11-12. It's still a fight here.
Oh, yeah.
Going to 15.
Yeah, this is a dog fight.
We're going to have probably a 1 minute break here for everybody in 10 seconds. Fighting their way to the last second here, and it's one more point for Daniel Zhang.
Literally. He's not
13-11. So we're into the 1 minute break until the final period with Daniel Zhang of the USA taking the lead at 13-11 over Hyunbin An of Korea. So they're going to get some counseling from their coaches.
And some water.
And some water, get hydrated.
Yeah, they're going to need that. This is, I mean, this is really when you get to this point. You've been competing all day. Your bodies are tired. You need the hydration. And it's really going to be a matter of who can mentally stay with their game, with their strategy, execute.
Right. Well, you can't make any assumptions at this point. You can't say, well, I've got 13 points and he has 11. I'm going to win.
Oh, no. Both of these fencers are more experienced than that. You don't see, you know, a lot of times I talk about fencers that say, you know, in tennis they say match tough, you know, they're battle, you know, experience. These guys are both, you know, mentally strong. They're experienced. They know what they're into. It's about who's going to be able to execute.
All right, we've got 3 minutes on the clock for the final period. 13-11. Daniel Zhang of USA against Hyunbin An of Korea. And 14-11 for the American. One more point to victory for a gold medal.
An went right where Daniel wanted him to go. Couldn't get it, almost got it on.
He wants that point.
Wow. Unable to get the point on target. He can feel it. You can see it. Yep.
There it is.
Yep.
Daniel Zhang is a new world champion in cadet men's foil from the USA. Hyunbin An getting a silver medal.
That was, An really wanted to give him the level of respect. An has fenced like crazy well.